Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I may move this closer. I don't know. I don't know why I have it so far back, but my name is Everyday Artist, and this is my Flosstube number 73, and it is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. This is Rogue. Hey, say hi. Say hi. No? Never. And I am hoping that I have everything this time. I am very tired. I am going to move this closer, so let me pause. All right, now I don't feel so far away. So, as I said, it's Valentine's Day, and in my family, we really don't do much for Valentine's Day, but I did have a huge gift today. Well, it wasn't really a gift. We paid for it. The garage door was installed today. Yeah. So the appointment was for 8 a.m. to be installed between 8 and 10. Not that they would arrive between 8 and 10. They would arrive at 8 and be done by 10. I got a phone call at 6:30 this morning, automated phone call. Your technician is on his way. Um, 6:30, and I was gonna just let it stand, but my dad, I knew he would want to be involved and be around. He likes to talk to the people putting things in and doing things around the house, so I was like, that is just really not going to work. So I called them back and said, our appointment was for 8 o'clock. And they said, okay, we'll make him wait. Now, if it was July or something, yeah, you know what? 6:30 is fine. But it is still not hot. I realize that in many parts of this country and over the world, 80 degrees is hot. Here, 80 degrees is just not, I wore a jacket this morning when I moved my car, and it was 8 o'clock. But it wasn't hot. Cold. It was just, I just got up. I got up at 6:30, but, and it was already very warm by the time he was done. So it's beautiful here. It's another absolutely stunningly beautiful day here in Phoenix. And it's due to be in the low 80s again today. It was yesterday and the day before. So it looks like we're getting our version of spring very early. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more cooler days and some moisture, but this is Phoenix, so we may not. The Phoenix Open, the Waste Management Open is going on right now, and people are flooding the town for that. That's up in Scottsdale. It's catty corner across Phoenix from me, pretty far away, but it still kind of affects us over here. So anyway, I digress. That is not why you're here. So I am going to talk about quilting and cross stitch. If you are new to my channel, that is mostly what I talk about. Sometimes I talk about art. When we were cleaning out the garage, I found a lot of artwork that I had already completed or was partway done. And I don't know that I want to keep it. And there's other, just because I don't have any place to put it. And there's other pieces of mine that my parents had that I may end up putting up for sale somewhere. These are not because I dislike them. It's just lack of space, basically. So I was like, I don't know what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of. And I love photographs. I took so many photographs of my son, and I kept unearthing more and more boxes of photographs, not necessarily of him, but so I'm going to have some busy times ahead yet, but it was nice getting that garage door done and replaced, and we still have to have it painted, but yeah. Okay, so to get started, I think I'm going to talk about the quilt I've been working on, Calico Cats, Missouri Star Quilt Company. I've showed you the 2 blocks that I already finished, which correspond to these 2 blocks that are finished with the backgrounds are other blocks from the they use charm packs. I cut down a layer cake. Well, I followed all the instructions for cutting, and then you cut to do a cut, and I did that. They didn't say keep this part, this one, say for another project or whatever. And later on, it has you cut down more stuff, and I could use it for that, but it didn't say that. And I got it mixed up with another cut. Wasted my time. Oh, God. And it was my fault. But I don't know why they had me cut this piece if I wasn't going to use it. Anyway, here are the blocks with the background. So that's how these, I know it's being very vague, but on the Three Sisters creative video that we just did, it was a little bit more detailed, and then I realized I was kind of giving away pattern details. I didn't mean to. They start with 5-inch squares, so. Anyway, I had the wrong piece here, and it was off by 1/2 inch, and I don't know why they had me cut that piece. And so I had to take it all out and, get the right piece and put them back on. And it's my fault that I picked up the wrong piece. But they're so close in size, and it didn't say to set it aside and save it for another project or something. I'm sorry, my dog has been barking and I keep pausing the video, so I don't know where I am. Anyway, so these are left-facing cats. There are 9 of them. And the other 2 cats will make 11. There's 20 blocks total. And then I need to make 9 more right-facing cats, which means that the bottom will be on this side instead, and so it'll be cornered on the other side. Now these aren't the finished blocks. Some of these will have 2 more blocks down here. And some will be connected to a row of flying geese. They're wonky flying geese in that you're not supposed to be real careful about how you put them together. Just put them together. And you use some of the colored blocks with little background squares. Now, this is the background that I chose with the little flecks instead of white. And I think it works out for my sister's sensibilities. She really likes darker colors, so I think it's going to look great. Let me see if I can find another block. This is with basically all dark colors. And I think it looks good with the lighter colors too. Let me see if I can find one that is mostly light. Well, this isn't mostly light, but it's somewhat light. So I'm happy with the way it's looking. Of course, it's very different from one put together with white as the background color. But I do like the way it's coming out finally after I fixed my snafu. So that is my WhipGo. I brought the thing with the WhipGo thing on it, but there it is. So last month was finishing my son's quilt, Robert's quilt. I didn't complete that. I will as time goes on, but I didn't. And the itty bitty cat quilt, which I only need a couple more days in order to get it to the whip go goal. And this one, as I said, I'm moving all my 20 days to 15 days to be more realistic. This is the first time I've done whip go, so. And of course, I have quilting projects on mine as well, and that's why I put the longer days. But it's just, with my lifestyle and everything, it's just not realistic. So, it is the 14th, and on Beth's quilt, I worked on it every day from the 1st until, excuse me, from the 1st until, I know my face is in shadow. The sun is getting even more intense right now, and so it's like coming in even more. Maybe if I adjust where I'm sitting. There we go. That's a little better. So it's the 14th, and I worked on it, I would say 10 days. Some of those days I didn't work on it very long, but I did work on it. And so I'm not going to be real strict with myself that I have to work on it, 5 hours to call it a day, because that's not the kind of life I have. I'm lucky if I can spend a few minutes doing something. So, yeah. So I'm going to call it 10 days for right now, which means I have 5 more days to work on it. But if I feel like working on it more, I will. But I do want to go back and work on Itty Bitty Kitty Quilt and my son's quilt. So, I have lots of projects. Plus, I have project bags going for our Etsy shop. I have some St. Patrick's Day fabric that I think is really cute, and I've cut some out, and I have some other bags that I'm working on, just experimenting with doing something else, some different kind of stuff, because I like to keep getting new ideas and doing new things. Okay, so moving on to cross stitch. I have a new start. I had to print this page out. I don't think it printed last time. This is Stitching Book Club, The Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. It is a mystery Sal, and I started that on Saturday. Well, technically, I started it on Sunday. It started on Saturday. So I put in some time on it yesterday. I have to keep inching forward to keep from the sun coming in. So I didn't get a huge start on it. I'm using the called for fabric and the called for floss, which is DMC. And yes, if I don't have a needle minder, I tuck my needle in. It's only going to go on a little bit further this way. So this is fabric I got at, it's the called for fabric, and they sell it at Hobby Lobby, and it's got an iridescent, can you see it? Kind of. Right there, you can see some little sparkles. But I know they sell some iridescent fabric at Fat Quarter Shop if you don't have a Hobby Lobby in your area or whatever. I don't know if there's still any of these patterns available. Stitching Book Club, The Chronicles of Narnia. It is, you read the book while you're stitching. Now, I've already read this book, but I'm going ahead and rereading it. I used to read this often to my son when he was young, and of course we like to watch the movie that was made from it. I don't really care for the other movies, but I didn't really care for the other books. But of the other books, I don't think the movie it only did one other one, I think. And I don't think the movie was good. As good. I don't know. This is a bookmark I stitched in May of last year. So I'm rereading it as I'm stitching. And at the end of the stitch, there will be a book discussion with Stitching Book Club on their Facebook page. And I find this fun. And I'd heard about it before from Stitchy Rach, watching one of her Stitchy Rach on YouTube and on Instagram. And I'm going to have to adjust. So I can't go any further forward. I know it's getting really bad. I'm still kind of sitting on my imagination here on the very edge of the couch. But I heard about this from Stitchy Rach. And she encouraged me. And the last one she was doing was Little Women. She didn't have a very big start on it. And she didn't show what the picture looked like, you know, when she got the rest of it. Excuse me. But I spoke with her through Instagram or something, and she's like, you know, you really should look into it. So when I saw her post on her latest Flosstube, when I saw her latest Flosstube, and she showed that they had just come out with this, and they only had a set number of patterns that they could do, approved by C.S. Lewis's estate. And I was like, I want to do that because my son loves the book so much. And, you know, I think it would be nice to eventually have that for him. And so then, so that's all with that. And then my other Whip Go project for this month, it was 10 days on Rabbits at the Cafe. And I'm going to work on this one more day. Technically, I've worked on it. It's the 14th, and I've worked on it almost every day. But since I had to restart and other things, I'm just going to go ahead and, oh my goodness, that sun. I'm going to go ahead and work on it one more day, and then I'll call it done. So I'm keeping that in the same bag that I have my other project in, so just bear with me a second. So this is my progress so far. I would have been a lot farther if I knew how to count. Yeah. So this light pink, I put in, it calls for, these are DMC colors. It calls for 819, I think it is. And I put in 818 by accident. It was one or the other. 818 and 819, it was between those. And one was way too light. It looked like the white. So I had to take it out and put it in. But I think it's looking good. I have, it's not a big pattern. This is almost the bottom. And, you know, even after I finish the Whip Go goal, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop working on it because I really want it done for Easter. So hopefully I will be able to get that finished and FFO'd before Easter. Of course, I was going to FFO things this morning, but I can't get at my finishing stuff. It's in the garage and it's buried. So that's that. And the other thing, excuse me, was my Springberry. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. That's Rabbits at the Cafe by Stitchy-Princess. I'm going to adjust myself again. I know that my eyes will be in the dark, but I'm falling off the couch. So So this is Spring Berries, Erica Michaels. Helen D is doing a berry stitch along, any berries, but she is going to do all of the spring berries and the seasonal berries with this stitch along, but she said, you can do any berries you want. And I am working on this one right here because I am also doing it for WinterCrossStitchCamp for February, and that is a project with one color, and to start and finish before the end of February. And here's where my progress, and I'm not using the called for at all. It calls for French lace linen from Witchlet, and I am using Ice, Murano Corée, and then that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it calls for Scuppernong, but I'm using Frog's Legs. The Frog's Legs is a Classic Colorworks color. I have the other color. I don't know. I didn't want to use it. I wanted to use this. And I like the way it's coming out. I like the color of the fabric. The color of the fabric, my sister has the same fabric, and hers is bluer. It says ice. They're both ice, but this is gray. This is showing pretty close to color. Well, the shading makes it not, but it's a grayer color. Right here it looks right on with the color. And I have miscounted in a couple of places. Yeah, big surprise with me. Yeah, right. But anyway, I've decided to go ahead and just keep it the way it is and not redo anything, because honestly, I would have to redo so much. I don't want to do that. So I may have to adjust the berry pattern size just a little bit, but I'll live with it. And then through Helen D, I think it's Ruby Mountain Dye Works, and I apologize, but I don't have the information here in front of me. I showed you last week this wool pack, but I didn't take it out of the package, and now I have. And I love it. So these are the colors to finish the berries, and they're sold as the spring package. So she has them specifically dyed and cut for the spring berries. And Helen D is the one that arranged that with them. And they are getting the summer ones. If they're not in her Etsy shop already, they will be. And that is this, I think. Is that everything? Yeah. And I know it's another very short video, but I'm only working on 2 cross stitch and 1 quilt. Well, technically now it's 3. And 1 quilt. I do want to encourage everybody to, if you haven't checked out Three Sisters Creative video, go ahead and check it out. There's a link in the description on our link tree. And we are doing a giveaway soon, if not next week, the week after. And it'll be a pretty nice one. And then I am almost at 100 followers, and thank you to all my new followers. I really appreciate it. And I am looking to do something special here as well. So thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry about all my adjusting and the sun, but you know, I live in Phoenix. The sun is the sun. What can I do? Okay, I guess I could just not be by the window. I might try videoing from the other side of the couch next time. I don't know. So thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.